Hi guys, good evening. This is Abhi again and Abhijit again, and this is an update on my tabouret. As you can see, I not polished it, so I'll be doing it in a week. And the reason for this video is I want to show you my latest sketch, Priyanka Chopra. So this is the fourth or the fifth sketch I've done of Priyanka Chopra, and I'm pretty happy with this. It may not be 100% accurate, but it's pretty much there. Now I will tell you the process behind this and why I made the sketch the way I did it. Okay, now, so that's the sketch. I did this yesterday, and we'll move to my computer now. I'll show you the previous versions that I did. They are not so accurate. Here's one, and here's the older one. This one also is okay. I would say it's about 70% over there. Alright, and before that I did another one. Okay, so from here I will move to my monitor and I'll explain the process I used. So this is my computer setup. I use a dual monitor. On the left, that's Photoshop, and this is my working monitor where I do my work. All the modules are here, the tools and everything. And this monitor is used only for working. So here's the sketch. Pretty happy with it. Now I did not use a square grid, nor did I use any kind of a projector to do this. The reason I did this was to get more accuracy in my brush work while painting. So let me repeat that. I did a sketch so I can improve my painting with a brush. Okay, so you will understand that when I explain the whole process to you. So this is a final sketch. So how you do this is, you don't use a square grid, you don't use a projector. My advice is, if you want high accuracy, you please use a square grid. Okay, if you don't know how to use a square grid, just go to YouTube and just Google it. Just search for it, how to make a portrait using a square grid. That gives you a high degree of accuracy. If you want even more accuracy, I suggest you use a projector. A projector is used mostly when you have no time, very less time to finish a portrait. But a square grid gives you more satisfaction as an artist, because you didn't cheat. People think you're cheating if you use a projector. So this is done without a projector or a square grid. It's done exactly how you would do an oil painting or even a watercolor or an acrylic. Let me explain how I did this. So I will show you the process. This is the first stage. Now, how you do this is you blur your eyes. Now look at this portrait. Blur your eyes, squint your eyes until you see a hazy smudge of a face. All right. Once you do that, once you can see once you squint your eyes and see a hazy picture, focus on only one area, this eye or this eye, wherever you want to start. So I started with this eye, and you will be seeing a blur, a hazy blur. Just sketch that with a pencil. Now, how I use a pencil is, I don't use it like this, the conventional way how you draw. I use a pencil like this, held at arm's length, so you get a good, grip of what you're sketching. So this is the first stage. So you can see here, I use a pencil like this, and I think I used a Torchilon, this one. This is a paper stump. You just darken it, and then you do the smudge. You do it lightly, so in case you make any mistakes, you can erase it. So once you get the eye, that one eye is your basic measurement for the rest of the face. Now how this works is, let me explain. I'll just zoom in. So you, after you draw the eye, you measure the eyes, one eye, and using that measurement of one eye, you move to the left, and that's the distance between the two eyes. From there, you move to the left, and that's the width of the second eye, and then 0.75 on the left and 0.75 on the right hand side. I have posted images of this with measurements. You can have a look at that. And after you get that, from the top of the eyebrow, 2 times the height, the width of an eye gives you the base of the nose. I'll explain what I mean by the top of the eyebrows. So top of the eyebrows, 2 times is the base of the nose, and from the base of the nose, 1 eye width gives you the bottom lip, bottom of the bottom lip, and from there, the second eye width is the base of the chin. So I'll show you the next sketch. Here is the second version. Again, you can see I've done it very lightly. This is 1 eye width. This is the distance between 2 eyes. This is the second eye, and this is 0.75. From here, 0.75 outwards is the edge of the face, and same thing goes this side also. Top of the eyebrows is, if you draw a line from the topmost point of the eyebrows, that's from here to here, if you draw a line from there to there, let me use a pencil. From here to here, if you draw a straight line, this point is this top of the eyebrows. I'll just zoom in, you can see the mark I did, a very light mark there. That's the one. Can you see it? This is the top of the eyebrows. Once you get that point, you again measure the eyes. You can see my small dots I placed for the eyes. You use that measurement and you measure 2 eye widths. You get the base of the nose. Third eye width is the bottom of the bottom chin, and from there, the fourth eye width is the base of the chin. I'm sorry, this is the bottom lip, and this is the base of the chin. And once you get that grid, you can make a rectangle for the whole face. Now you essentially got the whole face. Also, if you know proportions of the face, you will know that this height is exactly half the height of the face. That is the top of the scalp to the bottom of the chin. That's 2 times from the center of this, not from the top of the eyebrows, but the center of the eyes to the base of the chin is half to the entire height of the sun. So this distance is not to be measured. This is not exactly double. This is a different measurement. The top of the eyebrows to the chin is a different measurement. This measurement is the half of the skull. Okay, so let's move on. Once you get this, you can see it's still light. You can still erase if it's not accurate. At this point, you gauge whether your accuracy is bang on or you have some mistakes. You can erase parts of it and then redo it. The one thing about squinting and drawing smudges is your accuracy is pretty high. You get a very highly accurate drawing. I don't know how that works. I mean, without measurements, without anything, just squinting and drawing this thing, taking a basic measurements of the eyes, you get a pretty good, accurate portrait. The next step is what I call the Illuminati stage. This is one eye. So yeah, this is one eye. I call this the Illuminati eye. You start detailing in one eyes, and then after that, you detail in the second eye, and then you reach the final stage. So at this point, I knew that my portrait was pretty good. Accuracy was there, and the likeness is there. She looks like Priyanka Chopra, not like somebody else. So now the rest of it is pretty easy. Once you get this, it's pretty easy. Now this measurement will only work in portraits that you do full front portraits. If the face is tilted to the right or left or leaning up and down, the measurements are more difficult to attain. At that point, you don't need to measure. You just use squinting method, start smudging it until you get the basic look of the face. Measurements will work on the side also, but you need to practice it. And so here is my measurements that I've explained. This is one eye width, and there's 1, 2, 3 eyes and 0.75 towards the outer edge of the face, and 2 eye widths for the height of the nose to the top of the eyebrows, and 2 eye widths for the base of the bottom lip, and the base of the chin. So you need to practice this technique, and then you get the final sketch like this. All right. So practice, practice, practice. This is essentially how you paint, how you do oil painting. If you're seeing portrait artists paint, this is how they do it. They don't use grid, they don't use anything. They take a brush and basically squint their eyes, and because they know the proportions, how the proportions work, they have enough experience to get a pretty accurate thing. Again, my advice is, if you want a high accuracy, please use a square grid. And if you want an even more accurate one, please use a projector. All right. So anyway, hope you like this video, and I'll be up with my next video soon. So the reason I did this is to help me improve my accuracy in painting, in oil painting. I don't want to do a lot of sketching in pencil. I want to be painting on canvas. So this technique helps me improve my accuracy in oil painting. Okay, so that's it for now. This is Abhijit. Over and out.